If I had to sum up my experience with New Choice, I would say way above and beyond what I expected. My new kitchen was so much more than I thought it would be. The workmanship, the attention to detail went far beyond my expectations. My story is I do a lot of my own home remodeling, and when I bought this house several years ago, it's a house from the 50s. It had a very old kitchen that I tried to rework myself. I painted the cabinets, I looked at all the YouTube videos because, again, I do a lot of this stuff on my own, but it never was at the quality that I wanted because I am a stickler for quality and I know quality when I see it. So I decided to take that plunge and call around and get some estimates and, talk to a lot of people. A neighbor of mine who had used New Choice and said, "You got to check these guys out. They are really good." So I did, just expecting this really high price tag, and I was actually shocked at how low the estimate was because this kitchen had to be completely gutted to the walls, starting all over again. I took a lot of pictures because I was just so impressed, and you can see in the pictures how they literally stripped things down to the wall and paid such a close attention to detail, from the electrical to the plumbing to these old houses that aren't necessarily plumb, meaning there aren't necessarily right angles, they may be a little off, how they worked with that to just give me an exceptional end product. Their work crews are fascinating because they don't all necessarily speak English, because you can tell they are old world craftsmen, for lack of a better way of saying it. You can just tell that these guys are not people that get minimum wage and just kind of show up and do a job, but these are guys who have done this for a long time. There's always someone here who speaks good English to be able to communicate with you and hear what your needs are, hear what your questions are. But these guys were good. These guys were good. I actually had a lot of specific things I wanted, custom things for lack of a better way, like this cabinet right here, because we use a toaster oven a lot and I wanted to be able to slide a toaster oven in and out. That is not something you're just going to walk in and find hanging on a shelf somewhere. I also really wanted wine glasses, kind of nice cupboards that opened up that were individually lit. And I wanted a lot of fancy kind of finials and things like that because I wanted it to be a custom kitchen. Again, bracing myself to remove these things because the price would be too high, but the price wasn't high. It was just such a delight to see that, hey, this is something I can afford and still have the best. And then I wanted really nice countertops, and I come to find out they actually have their own yard where they have marble and granite and quartzite and all kinds of things. And I was actually able to, because the prices were so good and there is no middleman, I was actually able to upgrade to quartzite to get the exact kind of countertop I wanted. Dealing with Grace and John, who own New Choice and have several locations around the area, was just a delight. They didn't just want a happy customer, they wanted absolute exceptional work that would naturally produce a happy customer. I don't know if that makes sense, but I never felt like they were trying to patronize me or just make me happy. I felt like they wanted to earn the respect that they should get, and I certainly have that for them. Grace was just really good at actually showing up on the job site. This is someone who owns the business that has several locations, and she would show up to make sure things were in line with the expectations that I had. She was very easy to deal with. Their whole sales staff was actually very easy to deal with. John is her husband, and he's more involved in the construction end of things and making sure that detail that I talked about is there. And again, always here, making sure that detail was there. So above and beyond what I expected to really create a kitchen of my dreams that I really didn't think was attainable for the budget that I had, paying close attention to exceptional quality in absolutely everything they did.